the last 48 hours around here?
It's been hectic. A lot of things that weren't necessarily expected happened, but I think the team's done a great job of coming together and surrounding around Coach D. The team's super excited about the direction that we're heading. Coach D's done a great job in the last 2 days of rallying the troops and keeping everybody energized and getting everybody excited for the challenge ahead this week.
What was that like?
What do you say about Coach D and his coaching style?
Coach D, you can't say enough about that man. He's probably one of the most influential people in my life. He's obviously gonna coach you hard. He's gonna be honest with you. He's a guy that truly cares about each and every one of his players, and he's obviously an intense guy, but we love him and we're super excited to play for him.
What has kind of the mood been amongst the team in the locker room the last couple of days? Not to say people are celebrating when their coach gets fired, but I mean, we'd heard different things. I mean, was it any kind of what is just kind of the vibe, I guess, right now?
Yeah, I think that this team has been a really resilient team throughout the year. We've had a lot of adversity that's hit us. So I think at first it was definitely shock for the first couple hours. People couldn't really believe what was going on. But I think guys did a really good job of understanding that we're still really in the hunt for the Mountain West Championship, and we still have a lot of season to go. And guys did a good job of shifting the focus from shocked to excited about the opportunity that we have to still play with the staff that we have and still play for Coach D and play with each other. And I think the guys have really just done a good job of shifting from shocked to excited.
Was that a pretty quick shift, or how long did it take, really?
It happened on Sunday. Obviously, it took us a few hours to really understand what was going on and really let reality sit in. But guys throughout the day did a good job of communicating. We were here most of the day. A lot of guys stayed around the facility most of the day and had meetings with the coaches and talked things through. But it took a few hours, but guys really shifted their mindset. Right now, we're just totally focusing on Utah State.
Has Spencer come in and changed anything, or is anything being done differently around here?
A few things. I mean, at this point in the season, that probably would have been changed anyways. We're just doing a few things to take a few things off our bodies, as we are going into our 11th game. It was important to change a few things at practice just to make sure that we're doing the best thing for our bodies, to make sure that we're fresh and ready to fly around on Saturday. But besides that, it's pretty much status quo around here. We're just excited to get another week. We got an opportunity to go out on a football field.
It was a little shorter practice?
A little bit shorter, yeah. Nothing too crazy, just a few things cut out.
Obviously, the search just began, but I mean, what would it mean to you and other guys in the locker room if Spencer Danielson got this head coaching job?
Yeah, I don't want to go too far in it right now because I know that Jeremiah Dickey has a process to go through, and we respect everything that he does. But guys here love that man, and people here would run through a brick wall for that man. I would do anything for Coach Danielson. I don't want to get too far into it, but I think that he's definitely ready to step into a head coaching role. He's done a great job over the past 2 days of exceeding my expectations. I already knew what kind of a man he was, but he's been unbelievable as a head coaching role, and guys just love that man.
Is that part of maybe for you, the last couple of games here, like to finish strong for him and maybe give him that chance?
Yeah, that would, it's definitely some motivation. Guys, like I said, the team loves Coach Danielson. He's got every single guy in the locker room completely bought in right now into what we're doing. And like I said, we know that our goal is still in front of us. We know that we have an opportunity to flip around the season, and that starts this week against Utah State. But I think that there is a little bit of extra motivation knowing that if we could perform to the standard that we know that we can perform to with him as the head coach, we know that could propel him to an opportunity.
You told me last week that some crazy stuff had to happen for the championship, and some stuff started to...
Some crazy stuff happened.
So you still need some more crazy, but it looks a little more positive now.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about that in the locker room after the game. Patrick came in and told us the scores, and we were all just sitting there like, oh man, we're right back in this thing. And it really started growing. People are really excited about the opportunity that's in front of us. Obviously, we're not thinking that far ahead, though. This team's done a great job of developing competitive maturity as the season's gone on and focusing in on the task at hand. Right now, we're just focused on Utah State, but we know that there are opportunities ahead of us if we do what we need to do.
All right, so Utah State, let's talk about that. What do you see as their offense? Faced them last year.
Yep.
Pretty high-scoring game. So what are the challenges of taking them on?
Utah State is a very high-tempo operation. They do a good job. I think that they're about 5 seconds faster in between snaps being snapped than UCF, and UCF is already pretty high-tempo as is. So it's going to be a good challenge for us to go out there and be able to operate at a very efficient and fast level. They do a good job of being physical at the point of attack. They like to spread the ball around, and they like to they like to create space on the perimeter. So a lot of the run game is going to fall on us this week, and we're really excited about that opportunity. It's going to be a really cool situation for us up front and for the defense as a whole.
What did you think of the team's ability to pressure the quarterback on Saturday? I mean, Ahmed got 2 sacks, but as Spencer has pointed out to us, that it's a team-wide thing when somebody can get to the QB.
Absolutely. It was really, obviously for Ahmed, that's awesome. I love Ahmed, and I love that he's getting the production. But as a whole, as a front as a whole, it's been really cool to see how we've developed over the season, of better understanding our rushing leverages and where we need to be in a particular pattern or a particular rush. Especially, I think that we've done a better job of not reacting necessarily and more so attacking in our pass rush. And I think that shows, and it definitely, and obviously the rush and the coverage works together. The coverage is better on Saturday as a result, and we're really excited just to show the DBs that, we're going to get to the quarterback. I mean, that's a fact at this point. We've shown that we have the ability to, and we have the ability to work together to get there, and it's going to take some pressure off them, and it's been really cool to see how we've developed over the course of the season.
With regards to the linebackers behind you, what have you seen in their growth and depth this season?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, Drew stepped up big time, and he's definitely becoming an emerging star here. He does some crazy things on the football field that you probably can't teach. He's just a natural talent, but he's done a great job of buying in and being more coachable and being more disciplined in his approach on a week-to-week basis. Marco stepped in when he's been needed. Obviously, he's banged up right now, but Marco's been an unbelievable asset to our linebacking crew. And then, obviously, in my opinion, DJ Schramm's the best linebacker in the Mountain West Conference and potentially on the West Coast as a whole when he's healthy. And when he's flying around out there, I mean, we would do anything for that man up front. I mean, I think a big part of what we do up front is for guys like him. It's a very unselfish role to play defensive tackle. We love, it's not really about the stats for us. It's more so about, stopping the run and providing opportunities for others on the team. So it's been a really cool experience this season.
Would you say there's more energy around the team right now than maybe there's been in a while? I mean, I don't know if it's why the reasons of that are, but just it seems like a lot of guys maybe are more bought in now than maybe they would have been in a previous week.
No, I totally see that. I think that in the locker room, I think guys are definitely more energized. I think as the season drags on and we get further in the season, it's definitely easy for the energy level to drop a little bit. But I think that the urgency was reestablished on Saturday. We went out there and we performed at a high level. After the first couple of drives, we figured out what we needed to do on defense at least, and on offense, they're firing on all cylinders. But I think that guys definitely feel the sense of urgency that we know what's in front of us, we know the opportunities that we have, and we know the potential that we have as a team can be realized. And for a team that's gone through as much as this team has been, this is my favorite team in 5 years of being here, just because of how resilient we are and the adversity we've faced and we've overcome time and time again. I'm excited to overcome another challenge this week and just come together even closer as a team as we've been in the past.
Mike, how smart do you have to be to turn down offers from all 8 Ivies?
Yeah, that was a rough decision in hindsight. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't trade that in for the world. It was a cool opportunity to be recruited by all 8 Ivy League schools. Harvard was definitely the one that was the toughest for me to turn down, but I love Boise State. As soon as I stepped on campus, I knew that I was making the right decision for myself and my future, and I knew that I'd grow the most as a person here as compared to other places. But yeah, it was definitely, I would say that I'm not necessarily the smartest person in the world as a result of that, but
We heard from Spencer yesterday that Eric McAllister's maybe interested in coming back to the team, and we heard maybe some players where you guys would have a say in that. Maybe I don't know what you want to say or don't want to say, but would you welcome a guy like that back?
Honestly, for me right now, it's not my role to be in the decision-making process with that. I love the guy, I support the guy with his decisions, and I support everyone above me with the decision-making process in regards to that.
What was it like to have Ashton back on the field today?
It was cool. Yeah, obviously, we know the talent that Ashton Jensen is. I think Ashton's established himself as one of, if not the best running back in the country, and we know the boost that he has to our team. And I think that the combination that we haven't been able to see this season in full effect of him and George in the backfield, and now with Talon taking over full time, I think that it's a very exciting prospect for our offense, especially behind the offensive line. I said it in fall camp, I've said it throughout the year, I'm going to keep harping on those guys. That is the most physical front on the West Coast. Guys, people that play our offensive line do not fare very well the next week. They can't recover from it. They are a physical and explosive front, and the guys that we have behind them are very excited to get the opportunity to run behind them. But having Ashton back out of practice definitely brings another level of energy, knowing that we have a guy of that caliber out in the field.